Bobo's ready to learn. Welcome back, Midsummer Ski Thoughts. Oh, Bobo's here. He's wondering what's up. Drinking a White Claw. We're getting straight to it though. Summertime in Alaska. Ski poles are like your cat whiskers. Before I was talking about actual pole planting and that motion, and the more general way to think of them, they're like whiskers, like a cat. As you're going down the hill, they want to be your feelers. And you might not be charging some turn and making this angulated thing and this and that, but you might be just cruising some meadow and you're just walking through. It's kind of like walking sticks. They vary between the walking sticks and like the Thor of Hammer as you're charging through the chunder. It's up to you. Depends on the terrain. All right, Bobo. So as cat whiskers, you're trying to feel the terrain and be aware of the terrain around you. And it makes me then I realized, thinking about skiing with music, and I remember a long time ago, skiing with music was awesome. This was in the era of CDs that didn't skip, you know, and it'd be going great, and then the music would stop because it ran out of battery, and then it was such a bummer. Like, the skiing with music was so awesome that it was such a bummer when the battery ran out that it wasn't worth doing. And also, you can't hear the snow. I remember being real kind of annoyed, like it numbs you. You're being numbed, even though it's fun and cool. Listen to the beats. It numbs you from the sound of the snow, and it actually adds a lot of information, like scrapiness and ice and pow and rocks and whatever. You might not know you're hitting it with your foot, but you'll hear it with your ear. Reminds me when a car's pulling out. If you're driving on the road and a car's gonna pull out in front of you, you don't look at, you're trying to look for subtle movement in the car. Don't look at the car, but you look at the wheel to start to spin. The wheel, you'll see that before you see the actual car movement. That's what it makes me think of. Also with pole plants, I said they're like whiskers. So back to charging on the chunder with your hammers and Thor. Your hip here, the steepness is here, this pole's trailing behind you, and I'll drag it. You kind of doing the drag, because it's almost like, say you're in flat light conditions, it's bat sensory, the pole's dragging, and that's showing you where the snow surface is. It's just another little piece of information. So poles are pretty handy. So if you go check out the previous video, how to ski like a pro, I was talking about downhill bike leg positioning, or how it relates to ski positioning. And this old honker. So you ever try this? You're cruising on your bike, just on the street, on a road bike or any bike, and then you sit here, this knee, your high knee, just rock it. Look at this, even just this, it's moving my body, just that weight shift. Try it when you go down the street. That's like your first rudder. It's your weight rudder. That can be used to your advantage. Same with the skis. Last time I was talking about, your uphill ski yawing back and forth, kind of, you're not twisting your ankle. I was thinking about it, I was looking at it, the hips moving, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's the same as the high knee on the bike, like I was talking about. So similar thing, that knee, so as this foot's doing the braking, accelerating, the skis on your high line balance point. Next, we're going back downward, back to the parallel legs. Oh, look at this, I got this bone. The dog brought it from somewhere, we don't know where. This is our leg bone. Parallel. And just concept of Dinosaur's kind of figuring out these designs. I mean, like, I already had the idea, then I looked at the ski, I'm like, oh, it's a similar concept of, I want a ski that has like, all the ski is your foot being translated out, obviously. So this part of your foot is running this part of the ski. This is like the ball. Look at that, they got a little power drive symbol there. The power is coming from the ball of your foot. This is amazing. If you were to go to the toe, you got way up there, center of foot's here, back here your heel's pushing through these little marks. See, Dinosaur's on it. So when you have the different side cuts going on, that's the whole deal. So you got a fatter ski with a lot more, wider side cut. You can have a huge fat ski with no side cut. It'll feel super tiny compared to even a medium fat ski that has a lot of side cut, because the whole ski's engaging. Depends how stiff it is. That's where you get the torsional stiffness. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. Also thought of, after that other video, was the wide legs as you're squatting. A, you're getting your vertical compression. B, if you land a cliff or something, you're having some sort of impact, your feet are too close together, you can't squat all the way. That's when you get slapped in the back seat. It's because your feet are too wide. You go wide, and ultimately, like, the last bit of inertia, if you have to use it, which is not good. I've only done it a couple times, but the full, like, stomp, 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 head whiplash, like, going a full stomp with a head whiplash, you're almost kissing your own butt. That's effective use of your travel. We're talking about steering skis. So you got your lower legs, you got your big fat foot with your ski markings showing how it's all work in the snow. You're steering the skis, ski poles. Then I thought about, like, you know, as simple as an F1 driver driving a car, his hands are at 10 and 2, you know, the car doesn't operate unless his hands are right there. I don't remember where I was going with that. I wrote that note the other day. F1 driver, and then dropping the clutch. Well, that was when, you know, we're talking about horsepower of the steepness is your power. When you're in the turn, the clutch, you know, if you ever drove a clutch, they don't even make them anymore, I don't even know. The clutch is down, the motor's free spinning, and you're not going anywhere. And then when you turn, look at that, you turn your foot to drop into the turn, you're dropping the clutch. Get it? Thanks for watching.